All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go through this as compound inequalities. Uh, the video from yesterday got cut off, so I'm gonna start here where the video left off and go through these four problems for you. So here is how to solve, compound inequalities. All right. So with problem number one, now notice in this particular problem, there are two, okay, inequality signs here. Okay, we have an inequality sign here, and we have an inequality sign here. Okay, so there's two inequality signs, and that's important to help us understand that this is an automatic and statement. It's a special way to write it. Okay, and what I need to do is I need to break this compound statement, okay, into two separate problems. So put a box around what's in the middle, because the middle part goes with both of the both problems. Now, one of the problems, we are going to do the left side and the middle. So I would have 13 is less than 9m minus 5. Right? The second one, and make sure you put that in there. The second one uses the middle section and the right side. So it'd be 9m minus 5 is less than 49. And then now we have two problems to solve. So I'm going to solve these individually. This first one, there's my variable 9m. It's on the right, so I have to move the negative 5. Would add 5 to both sides. It's going to give me 18 is less than 9m. Finish him. Divide by 9. I do not need to flip this inequality sign because I'm dividing by a positive value, and I would get 2 is less than m. Remember, for graphing purposes, we want to rearrange this and put the m on the left and the 2 on the right. So this is eating the m. You need to make sure it's still eating the m. So it's m is greater than 2. Now, on my graph, I'm going to start the sketch. Remember, I have two of them to do, so I don't want to fill it in immediately. So open circle on 2. And notice this arrow's pointing to the right, so I know this one's going that direction. Okay? And now I move on to my second one, and we're going to solve this one. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. Drop it like it's hot. Get 9m is less than 54. Finish him. Divide by 9, and m is less than 6. Right? So this would be an open circle on 6, and this one goes to the left. I didn't have to rearrange because it was already there. Now, remember from the previous video, and statements are where both things are true. Okay, both things have to be true in order for it to be a solution. Okay, so where are they both true? In the middle here, between these two. Okay, so it's where you see them both come together. That's where our solution is. Now, for our answer, the only thing we want to do is we want to write it, and we want to just put the word "and" in between our two parts. Okay, there are different ways to write it, but we're not going to worry about those different ways just because we have time constraints. So number 2. Now number 2 is an example of an or statement. Now what's kind of nice is you are literally going to see the word or between them for an or statement. Okay, so this is one of the problems that we're going to solve, and then after the or, that's the other problem we're going to solve. So it's pretty explicit on an or statement which ones we solve. You don't have to like break it apart like you do in number 1. So let's just go ahead and solve these. The first one, the 7k plus 3 is greater than 24. So minus 3 on both sides. I get 7k is greater than 21. Finish him. Divide by 7, and k is greater than 3. Now, I wanted to remind you that in an OR statement, as long as one of them are true, it's a solution. Okay, so I can go ahead and shade an OR statement in right away. And statement you can't. You got to make sure you see where they both are. So open dot on 3. That one goes to the right. So I know that's going to be part of the solutions. Now I got to do the other one to see if there's any more to add on to that. So let's do the second one. So I have -1 plus 8k is less than -17. So I would add 1 to both sides, just solving my two-step equation here. I get 8k is less than -16. Finish him. And I get k is less than -2. Open dot on -2. That one goes to the left. Okay. Now, again, for your answer, do make sure you put the word or in between your two. Okay. Now, what the graphs are helpful for is they help us see again where the solutions are. So if I just focus here on number 2, okay, -5 would be a solution. I know that because it's in my shaded area. -3 is a solution because it's in my shaded area. -2 is not a solution because that's an open circle. 0 is not a solution because it's not in the shaded area. Then I get over here, 4, 5, 6, 7, those are back in the shaded area. Those are solutions. So it helps us visually see without having to do a ton of thinking, okay? It helps us see exactly where our solutions are in the number line. Okay, and the similar thing happens with number 1. Okay, let's look at 2 more here together. Okay, so we got numbers 3 and 4. We're going to do 1 more of each. Okay, so for number 3, okay, remember when it looks like this is an automatic and statement. I know it's an and statement. Put a box around the stuff that's in between. Okay, the stuff that's in the middle, the -3r plus 4. Okay, one problem takes the left side in the middle. -20 is less than or equal to -3r plus 4. And because it's an and statement, take the middle on the right. So I have -3r plus 4 is less than or equal to -2. And we're going to go ahead and solve these. Okay, so for this first one, -4 on both sides. At 0, I get -24 is less than or equal to -3r. Finish him. Oh, snap. I divided both sides by negative, so I have to flip this inequality sign. I would have 8 is greater than or equal to r. Now, for graphing, we want to have this rearranged. I want the r on the left and the 8 on the right. So I got to look at my answer here. This one's eating the 8. So I just need to make sure it's still eating the 8. So this would be a closed dot on 8, closed because it has the or equal to. And then that one's going to the left. Remember, an and statement, do not shade it right away, just sketch it at first. So I know that one's going to the left. And I start solving my second one. -4 on both sides. I get -3r. It's less than or equal to -6. Finish him. Once again, I'm dividing by a negative, so I have to flip this inequality sign. I'm going to get r is greater than or equal to 2. So close dot on 2. That goes to the right, and it's in the middle. Now, just to be clear, it's not always in the middle for an and statement. Okay, there are possibilities of it being just the left and just the right. Okay, but the examples that we're specifically looking at deal with betweenness. Okay, now remember, for your answer, do not forget to put the and in between your two answers. So our answer should look like that. Okay, last one here, number 4. This is an or statement. So there is one problem. Let's go ahead and solve that one. 4b minus 4 is less than or equal to negative 16. Add 4 to both sides. I get 4b is less than or equal to negative 12. Finish him. I'm dividing by a positive 4, so I'm all good. I don't need to adjust anything. And it's an or statement, so I can go ahead and fill it in right away. So there's negative 3, and it goes to the left. Okay. My other one, I have 4 minus 2b is less than or equal to negative 14. Minus 4 on both sides. I get negative 2b is less than or equal to negative 18. Finish him. Oh, I divided both sides by a negative. I have to flip my inequality sign. If b is greater than or equal to 9. Now, don't forget to put the or in between. Okay, this would be a closed dot on 9, and that one goes to the right. Again, the graph is going to help us be able to answer the question of which values are solutions. Okay, and just so that you're aware on the quiz, that's something that you're going to have to do. Okay, on the review that we're doing for the quiz, that's going to be the primary concern. Get your solutions, understand how to do the graph so that you can decide which values are part of the solution set. Okay, so your homework assignment is what you need to work on next. Okay, that is practice 5.4. It's on our Google Classroom. And if you have questions, make sure that you email me. These are the answers. So obviously, since you're seeing the answers, okay, I should see all the work, every single piece of work. I need to be able to see, that way I know that you are actually doing it. Okay, y'all have a wonderful day. And again, I apologize for the video cutting off in the first place. All right, we'll see you. Bye.